Caseworker's not in today,
Okay.
this afternoon, but
This is a dedicated employee.
yes, it is.
That's what they said.
Boy, look at how organized your office is.
Oh, I tried to clean it up just for you.
Well, that was very nice of you. What's your name?
Pat Mullen.
Hi, Pat.
Nice to meet
And
you.
what is your job?
I'm the assistant classification officer here.
What does that mean?
I do all the records. I do all the filing for the records. I do the release dates, the good time, a little bit of this, a little
Ooh,
bit of that.
you got a big job there then.
I actually do. It's a very busy job.
What are you guys building?
Kitchen Island.
Kitchen Island? For?
One of the staff members.
Nice. So there's some perks. Hey, that's great. How are you guys?
Good.
Good? How's it going?
Good.
Don't lie, tell them that we beat you every hour and offered you a dessert to be nice out here.
Tony is the instructor in this area.
That's what that is.
Yeah, nice.
You weren't supposed to see that, you better not film it.
Why?
People don't
Another
wanna
staff
Right, perk, right.
perk, man. Why not?
Inmate benefit fund buys a wine for the staff.
I'm going to get these guys to restore my van.
There you go. That's
Not this course.
No, not you guys.
He's already tried, Kevin.
Is this something you've been doing for a while?
Yep, 18 years now.
Boy, everybody's been in here for a long time.
Yes, they have.
Well,
You don't get a lot of turnover.
No, we don't.
That's a good thing. You
Very
must
good.
enjoy your work.
well, I don't know about that. It's a steady paycheck.
Steady paycheck. But look, a guy in your
Benefits.
field out there
Not
right
out in
now,
the cold,
there's plenty
that's
of
right.
work, though.
That's true.
There is plenty. You could go out any day.
Yeah.
And same goes true for these guys now. If they stay to the straight and narrow, they could have a nice job when they got out, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
They're willing to start at the bottom and work their way up.
the money's not so bad at the bottom, from what I can gather. Now, do most of these guys have the experience before they started, or did you have to
Half
teach
and
them?
half.
Half and half.
And some never get it right, Sean.
You working at it, Sean?
Eventually, I mean, shit happens, so
No, I know it. You hang in there?
more or less. I mean, that's the whole reason I'm here is to learn something, so good for you. Make the most of it.
You gotta get the look for when he's done this.
You're getting released in a month?
Yeah.
How many years has it been?
2.5.
That's exciting, huh?
Yeah, looking forward to it.
What are you looking forward to?
Seeing my kids again.
First, where's that?
Bath Brunswick area.
Yeah. That's great, man. And then what happens after that?
I have a mortgage.
Are you married?
No. It's starting over from scratch, basically. I mean, whole new life and everything else.
Mm-hmm. What got you in here in the first place?
Burglaries.
And if you go back to that same area, are you more likely to meet up with the same guys that we were hanging out with that got you here?
There's probably a good chance of it. I mean, I got myself here, so it's not really on anybody else.
Yeah.
We had enough drive and determination to keep myself out of here now.
You think so?
Oh, yeah.
Good for you.
Not exactly the best place to be, so.
Was it your first time?
Yeah.
No, I got 2 years left.
2?
Short time, man.
Short time. 2 years.
What is the average length of stay for an inmate?
Here? I don't know, probably 5 years.
5 years,
At
yeah.
least 5 years.
It is.
You average it out, yeah.
Yeah,
probably.
right.
I started with three and some change.
Did you? Where are you from?
Portland.
You are, yeah.
So I'm from a big city. Get in trouble easy there.
What did you do?
I try to cash checks. Forgery.
You did?
Yeah.
Had you done that before?
Yeah, when I was younger.
Yeah.
But I learned from my mistakes this time. When I get out, try to do better for my life.
Where's your family?
My mom lives in Raymond, and my dad lives in New York.
Oh, okay. And how about yourself? You're a young guy.
Yeah,
How old are you?
22.
How long have you been in?
2 years.
What did you do?
Drugs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How much time have you got?
A year left.
Is it your first time in?
As an adult, yeah.
Oh, you were in as a child too?
Couple years.
Right. Where are you from?
Knox County.
And what were you doing with, what was the crime? What kind of drugs?
Heroin.
Oh. Dealing.
Just doing it, getting in trouble, going downhill.
Yeah. You think you're going to be all right?
Yeah, I think I'll be alright. Had a lot of time to think about it, plan for the future.
Right. We had an interesting time.
I bet you did. It's kind of different, isn't it?
It is a lot different from what I expected.
Well, I think that's the problem. I don't think that prisons and the Down East Correctional Facility is what the public thinks it really is. They have an idea that you just lock people up and they would like us to throw the key away, that we shouldn't be doing anything. And I guess when you walk around and really take a look at it, it's a lot different. This is a real city almost.
Right, yes.
And the inmates have a real subculture here. And they do things. And I guess one of the big messages I'd have is that they're coming back. And they will be back in your neighborhoods.
What are the crimes like that you take here?
We take every crime that in Maine. So
Are there murderers here?
Oh, we have murderers.
Oh, I know that.
We have rapists. We have child molesters. We have arsonists. We have burglars.
It's not just
Assaulted
drugs
people.
and
Oh no,
molesters.
it's everything. It's
yeah.
everything.
It's everything.
But you know, there are murderers and there are murderers. For example, somebody that has a problem with a particular individual may kill that person, but they may never kill anybody again. That problem's been eliminated.
Right.
I think you remember the case of a Mr. Bill Bruns in South Portland, who killed his wife and buried her in the basement, and it took about a year to figure out exactly what had happened and recover the body, and he was convicted. But he eventually wound up here and was released. His problem was his wife. He murdered her and will never murder again.
How long did he stay in prison for?
I couldn't tell you, but it was not a long time.
Now, is that typical of
No.
of Maine? I mean, are they
Murderers and
you would
criminals
think-
for a whole variety of reasons. A whole variety of reasons. There is no typical.
Yeah.
Each one's a unique case. You know, that you have people that are motivated by drugs. You have alcoholics. You have people that are just plain thieves that want somebody else's property,
Right.
and they'll take it from you. You have people that have mental illness. That's increasingly in Maine. We're getting more and more people incarcerated that really, yes, they have committed a crime, but they're actually mentally ill people. And Maine, like
I
most...
wonder why that is.
Well, my theory, I mean, the
Yeah.
reason I think it is that if you remember, starting in the 70s, we closed the mental institutions because people hadn't committed crime, and it was unfair to, quote, keep them incarcerated. But in fact, these were mentally ill. And the community programs, community centers were supposed to come up underneath these people. But that didn't happen to a large extent. The other problem is that people taking the psychoactive drugs to make them better. There's a large body of evidence that these drugs can help them quite a bit, and they do help. And we see it in here.
You do.
1/4 of our population is on psychotropic drugs presently.
Is that
And we're typical of the Department of Corrections. So if you figure 1/4 of 2,000, that's quite a bit of people. But what happens is that once they start feeling better, what we would call be returned to a more normal state and interacting with people, these drugs have side effects. And so I'm feeling good, so they stop taking them. And then it's not long, then their illness takes over again. And if you're out in the community with no supervision and no way to force you to take drugs, this happens, and then they become the victims of society again and eventually wind up in prison. Again. Our staff has the lowest turnover rate in the Department of Corrections. Is right here at Down East Correctional Facility. Everybody's local, except me, and now I've been here 20 years, and But then again, I wasn't born here, so I probably never will be local. I just don't qualify.
Right.
But these are local people that have been working here for many, many years. And if you notice this constant interaction, it's talking to prisoners, and I use the term prisoners because that's what it says in the law. It doesn't say inmates, it says prisoners. But they're between them and the staff. And basically it's a great game of psychology. It's knowing how to talk to people and to get them what you want to do. We don't use guns out here, and we don't beat people with clubs.
And I didn't notice anything like
Well,
that.
there aren't any. There aren't any. It just goes to the skill of our employees that we're able to manage this place. Well, most people don't realize there are vast differences between a prison, a correctional facility, and a jail.
Okay.
Prisons are penitentiaries. That's where the word comes from. And these are typically places that don't offer a lot of program, although the Maine State Prison in Maine does. They are for people that are, I guess you'd say, have committed much more violent crimes and them themselves are prone for violence. It is set up for people that are doing life, doing long sentences. Correctional facilities try to correct. We try to offer programs. We try to interact with prisoners to get them. My officers, I expect, model good behavior, and hopefully they will take the prisoners will take that key and try to model that same behavior. And jails are basically for people who haven't been convicted of a crime, that have allegedly committed a crime, have not been tried, and need to be taken off the street, or they're for terms of a year or less. They're not meant to put people in for a long time.
Thank you, Mark.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
And I'm glad you came out.